Okay, welcome everybody to the 14th Uniswap community call. We got two topics on the agenda this week. And the first one, we already have a representative on the stage. And the second one will be more about the Uniswap governance and some of the recent temperature checks that we had. But first things first, let's start with Jimmy Jin. I hope I pronounced that right. And hi, Jimmy.
Hi everybody. Yeah, that's it. Jimmy In is my name.
Jimmy Yin. Okay, I messed it up a little bit. Jimmy Yin. I'm sorry for that. You'll be talking about Izumi Finance. I received a really interesting email about Izumi today and what you guys can do regarding the liquidity mining and the Uniswap v3. But there was just so much and I didn't quite understand all of it. But it's great that we have you here so you can explain us all about how Izumi does liquidity mining on the v3. So yeah, just brief introduction about the project and then we'll definitely have some questions about it.
Okay, thanks. Hello everybody. I'm Jimmy from Izumi Finance, and it's my honor to be here to join the 14th community call of Uniswap v3. And Izumi Finance is a liquidity mining platform or farming platform built on Uniswap v3. So if you provide liquidity in Uniswap v3, you could stake your NFT tokens, your LP NFT tokens, to earn additional rewards as well as the trading fees. So we are help the liquidity providers to earn more money with Izumi platform. And what we are doing is we design a very smart platform for protocols to distribute their liquidity mining rewards effectively and very efficiently. We average the features of Uniswap this way to let the protocols to select the price range, the reward of price range to distribute the incentives to these liquidity providers in this range, not to all of the liquidity across the whole price. So this will help to increase the capital efficiency as well as the incentive efficiency. And as we know, Uniswap v3 is very successful and got the most of the volume in the mainstream trading pairs, like ETH to USDC, WBTC to USDC. But there are still some shortcomings of Uniswap v3 because, for example, like the stable trading pairs, like USDT to USDC, or maybe ETH to STETH, the ETH issued by the Lido. For such kind of the trading pair, the curve we know they have the most of the TVL and also the trading volume. Why? Because most of the liquidity providers wants to put their liquidity into curve because they could not only earn the trading fees, as well in the meantime they could earn the liquidity mining rewards provided by the curve, CRV, and also provided by the protocols like Lido, LDO. And also there are not just the stable coin and the packet assets. There are still some emerging assets like tokenmark, convex, and also BitDAO, the BIT. In this such of the tokens, they want to launch their liquidity to be very successful in the beginning stage. So they will want to give the incentives to liquidity providers to attract more liquidity for their trading pair. And for now, they choose SushiSwap to be their partnership because SushiSwap could use the master shelf LP staking pool to help these protocols to distribute their governance token to attract liquidity in the beginning. And we think, how do we do it to make it more attractive for Uniswap this way to attract these kinds of the protocols and the liquidity providers to make Uniswap this way to be more attractive to the stablecoin issuers and also the packet assets issuers and also some emerging assets. So that's why we want to build a farming platform and a liquidity mining strategies for based on Uniswap this way. Actually, what Izumi Finance wants to do is the idea is very simple. The protocols could provide rewards, and they could select the reward price range, and to distribute their liquidity mining incentives to the liquidity providers who are in this price range, not to the whole price. And the liquidity providers, they just add liquidity in Uniswap this way, and then they will get their NFT tokens for the position. And then they could just stake their NFT tokens on Izumi platform, and then they could earn the additional rewards from the protocols. This is very common to be seen in other DEXs like SushiSwap, Perf, Pancake, because data shows that more than 75% of the liquidity could enjoy the liquidity mining rewards for now. And they could not just earn the trading fees, they could also earn the incentives from the platform and the protocols. So we all know that Uniswap this way has very high capital efficiency. So what if we could let the LP earn the additional rewards? It will be far more attractive to attract more volume and liquidity to Uniswap this way. And we have launched our prototype on our official website, izumi.com. And you could try it, and you could find the link and the tutorial on our docs. And it will be very easy to use for the liquidity providers. You just select the pool, stake your NFT tokens, and then you could earn the protocol's rewards. Our liquidity mining campaign will begin in the next month, in December, and we hope you could get some. If you are interested, you could get some try on our testnet, and there will be airdrops for sure. And we will provide different solutions for this kind of the business partners. Like for stable coins, we will encourage them to put the liquidity mining incentives in a very narrow price range, like 0.95 to 1.05. In this kind of narrow price range, it will be very useful to increase the capital efficiency and to reduce the trading slippage. There are some potential partners like Terra USD, like Lido, who issues the STETH, and also like the Spell, who issues the Magic International Money. They want to get a very deep trading depths for their stable coins and also for their packet assets. So we could help them to do it on Uniswap this way to make another choice, not just the curve. And it will be also very beneficial for this kind of the protocols to attract more liquidity providers to join, because as we all know, Uniswap has the biggest community for sure. And we also designed some protocols for the emerging assets, not just the stable coins. We could encourage the emerging protocols to provide liquidity mining incentives in one side, like just from the current price, below the current price, to provide liquidity to below the current price, from price 0 to current price. And in this kind of the situation, there will be no impermanent loss for the liquidity providers when the price goes up. That will be quite attractive to liquidity providers, especially compared with the traditional DEX, XY equals K, this kind of the DEX. Because as for emerging assets, the price usually go up very quickly in some time. And during this time, there will be huge impermanent loss for the liquidity providers, right? So if we could to redesign this mechanism in Uniswap this way, we could let the protocols to provide a non-impermanent loss farming strategies for their loyalty community members and also for the early liquidity providers, it will be very much attractive. So they just let the liquidity providers to provide like 50% of USDC and 50% of the maybe XYK token. They just put the 50% of the USDC into one side, just below the current price. So this kind of the liquidity will not be used and will not be traded when the price goes up. And the other the other 50% of the XYZ token, instead of being put into the pool, they could be put into a staking contract. So as for the perspective of the liquidity providers, when the price goes up, they will suffer no impermanent loss. And when they unstake their tokens, they will get exactly the number of USDC and the exact number of XYZ token, because XYZ token will not be passively sold during the process of the price going up. So it will be a non-impermanent loss farming for the liquidity providers, and it will be very much attractive to attract more people to come, especially for the loyalty committee members, because they are in the fear of selling out the tokens if they go into the liquidity mining. So it will be more attractive to them compared with the traditional XY equals K model. And there will be a lot of things to do on Uniswap this way, despite the first two solutions I just talked about. Like we could also to invent some options on Uniswap this way, like the short put options. We could encourage the one-sided mining with lockup period. So, for example, if you could provide maybe 10,000 USDC at the 0.8 current price in this very narrow price range, and you commit to lock up maybe for 1 week or 2 weeks, that will be a very positive signal for the protocols, because if the price goes down and enters your price range, your liquidity will help to support the price and help to buy the tokens automatically. So in this kind of the situation, what the liquidity providers actually do is to sell the put options. So it will be very attractive for the protocols to give the incentives to this kind of the one-sided liquidity with the lockup period. And as for the liquidity providers' perspective, they could just stake their maybe USDC and ETH in one side of the trading pair, and will earn the maybe a APR of 30% or 40%. That will be relatively higher than the lending protocols on the Ethereum. So in this kind of the situation, this one-sided mining with lockup period model, the protocols could help to gather more liquidity in one-sided if they want to make their tokens to be more to be supported by more liquidity, and also that will be beneficial for the lending protocols, because it will be easier for them to adopt the new asset into their collateral to help to make more liquidity for the protocols. So what Izumi Finance wants to do is to build a farming platform or a liquidity mining platform on top of Uniswap this way. We could help protocols to attract liquidity in different situations and to help them to attract liquidity in a very efficient way. So that is what Izumi Finance wants to do. And I'm very happy to be here and to answer any questions for all of you. Thanks.
Thank you for this presentation. Yes, indeed, with the Uniswap v2, like liquidity mining was much more simpler. You would have your LP tokens, people would put them into the staking pool, and they would receive the rewards. Everything was so straightforward. And with the V3 and concentrated liquidity, things get a little messy and more complicated. But that's the fun of it, you know? You can do so much more. And yeah, as you explained in your pictures as well in the community call 14 chat, you can provide liquidity outside the range, inside the range, and there are 4 different options that you presented. I only have a question, not only, but my first question would be, how does your project exactly work? So let's say I launch a token and I would like to start a liquidity mining incentive for my token. So I would go to your website, Izumi .finance, and there I would be able to select how I want to set it up. So can you talk more about how does it work exactly from hands-on experience?
Sure. Thanks for the question. And it will be very easy for the protocols or for the project managers to incentive their liquidity on Uniswap on Izumi Finance. There are for now there are 2 ways. The first is just log on our official website, and you could see there's a tutorial for you and an application form, and we will have some very professional team members to help you hand by hand to help you to set up the incentive pool and to help you to distribute your liquidity to your community members. So that is one way to do that. And another to do it is that we will open our smart contract to all of the community and also to our protocols partners. And you could aggregate our smart contract into your maybe website. So it will be very easy to use for your liquidity for your community. They just maybe they could buy the tokens on your website, and then you could just take their tokens on your platform. And for the first way, in the beginning, Izumi Finance, working as a platform, will also give the incentives of Izumi to the protocol's trading pair and to the protocol's incentive pool. So people will have the double farming experience that will be quite attractive. So they could not only earn the trading fees, they could also earn the additional rewards coming from the protocols and also coming from the Izumi Finance platform. So it is suggested to launch your incentive pool on Izumi Finance official website, and it will be very easy to use. Not just like the traditional XY equals K, this kind of the like the Uniswap or Uniswap V2, this kind of the farming platform. In Izumi Finance, you need to do just one more step. That is to select the reward price range, or to select which model you want to provide the liquidity mining incentives. Just it. Just you need to do one more step. You could make your liquidity mining more efficiently.
Okay, so let's say I start a project and want to start a liquidity incentive mining on Izumi. It's the best to contact you first directly and to come up with an agreement, and then you will handle all the smart contract deployment and help us or the team behind the token select the range and how exactly they want to incentivize the liquidity mining, if I'm correct.
Yeah, that's it. So just feel free to contact us. We will provide all the help you need.
Okay, so that's how I get started. And as a user, I can, for example, use Uniswap interface to provide my liquidity and then come to Izumi to stake it, or I have to do everything through Izumi.
No, you could just provide liquidity on Uniswap V3. Or maybe if you already have some NFT tokens, you could check on Izumi Finance to see whether you could just stake your token and earn the rewards from Izumi Finance. And it will be no worry if you don't have the Uniswap V3 NFT tokens. You could just come to our website and we will help you to wrap your NFT tokens in one click. So you could also do it in two ways. On the website of the Uniswap V3, it will be okay. And if you already got the tokens, you could check it on Izumi Finance, and our interface will help you to find whether you could get the additional rewards. And if you don't have the tokens, no worries, you just come and we will help you to do it in one click.
Okay, that's nice. And from the technical perspective, the liquidity mining smart contract, is it open sourced? Can it be checked on Etherscan, or the code of contract is not available publicly?
For sure, it will be open source. Yeah, we are very devoted to the community and want to make our products transparent and safe. And maybe I could send the link later in our community core channel. And it has already been audited. And also, you could check it on the Etherscan. And it should be noted that it will be a very safe way to earn the rewards, because all of your money and all of your principles will be sent into the Uniswap V3 trading pair. It is very trading pool. It is very safe. And what you need to do with Izumi is you just connect your NFT tokens with the Izumi platform, and we will help to read the data from the NFT tokens, and we will help you to calculate and help you to earn the rewards. There is no access for Izumi platform to touch your principles, so it will be very safe for users to use, and all of the smart contract will be open source and transparent.
Oh, that's really interesting. So the NFT liquidity position never leaves your wallet. It's always in your wallet, but Izumi just provides the rewards.
Yes, we just help you to stake. You just help you to stake your NFT tokens, and we will not have access to transfer your NFT tokens.
Okay, I think I kind of understand.
Hello.
Okay. Yeah,
Hello.
we can. Sorry for this little intermission. We had a user that had some issues. Had to help her. Oxkaido, hope I pronounced that right.
Yeah, just Kyle would be good. Yeah, so I have a question about Izumi's technical details. So can you tell more about how you're doing the liquidity mining without impermanent loss? You talk a little bit because I, to be honest, I think I'm pretty technical, but I didn't really understand how can you provide within a range without being exposed to to the upside or downside divergence costs. Can you just dive a little bit more into that, Jimmy? Thank you.
Okay, thanks. Yes, as one of my team members, they have sent some pictures in the community call for things, and you could see the pictures if you like. And there's a way for us to solve the problems of the one-sided non-impermanent loss when for the liquidity providers to use. And as for the technical parts, we make a comparison between our solution with the traditional XY equals K in this kind of the trading pool with their solution of liquidity mining. As we all know, if you provide liquidity in a XY equals K model, that is the Uniswap V2 and SushiSwap and nearly all of the other DEX which adopted this mechanism, you are actively what you actually do is to provide half of the token of maybe like for example USDC and XYZ, half of the USDC and half value of the XYZ into the trading pair, into the trading pool. And when the price goes up, your half of the XYZ token will be automatically sold. So in this kind of the situation, you will experience the impermanent loss, right? And
Yeah, so Jimmy, let me cut you. I don't have a lot of time, so I understand what impermanent loss is, and I'm looking at the graph. I think James sent in chat. Is that your team member you're referring to?
yes, that's it.
Yeah. But in this case, so you're only supplying liquidity below the current price, and you're saying that as price goes up, you're not experiencing any impermanent loss. That is the case for V3 for sure, because you're not actually providing liquidity. Your position is out of range. The liquidity is just a number, right? It's in your total protocol. But when people are trading, the range you provided is actually not active. So I understand that you're saying that you can just provide some liquidity really far to some area, the price never touches that, you don't have any impermanent loss, the other part is going to staking, but that's not actually providing liquidity, right?
As I said, actually, we are encouraging the liquidity provider provide liquidity outside of the current price. So there will be no impermanent loss for them if the price goes up.
Yeah, but what's the point of providing liquidity outside a reasonable price range? Then you're not really providing liquidity, you're just quote unquote staking, right?
Yeah, I got yours. Actually, this is a token design. What's an emerging asset and the protocol needs is that they want not only the liquidity for the trading, they also want to distribute their incentives to get more community members and to attract more volume, right? So that is mainly to be designed to serve the second target, that is to create some new token economy for protocols to attract more LPs, liquidity providers. And also in this case, it will be useful when the price goes down, right? If the price goes down, it will enter the active range, and the liquidity just below the current price will be supporting power and be buying the tokens when the price goes down. So in this case, this kind of the liquidity will help to enhance the whole confidence for the total community, and because people will think in this case your token price will be stable and will not go down very easily because there is a lot of liquidity below the current price. So it will also be useful for protocols and communities, but it will not.
That's very clear. Thank you. Thank you for the clarification, Jimmy. That's super clear and helpful. My second question is on. I'm trying to understand more about Izumi, and it sounds to me that we're not necessarily a 2C company, but more directly, we're marketing to other DAOs and other protocols. Is that understanding correct?
Yeah, we are not. We are linking the protocols and the liquidity providers, but the protocols will be our most important customers.
Okay. Perfect. Yeah, that's all my questions on that side. Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay, yeah, it does make sense sometimes to have a little, not a little, but liquidity outside the range. So when, if markets sharply goes down, that it doesn't go too much down. So, that there is some liquidity below the price. So, yeah, it makes sense. But the Oxy, I won't pronounce his name correctly, he also has a point. If liquidity is not active, it's not much use for it. So truth somewhere in the middle, I'd say. I do have one more question, if you don't mind, about Izumi. Can you compare the Izumi staking contract to the Uniswap's official one, the staker. So how similar or how different the Izumi one is to the staker, if you know, maybe you are not really in that tech field. So
Yeah, I for sure. I have read through the official type of the staker of Uniswap Israel, and yes, in comparison, the official type actually their incentive more people to put their liquidity just around the current price to be active, and they will calculate the time and also the liquidity of you in the active time to give your incentives and to how to calculate the weight of and the speed you could earn the rewards. So in that case, they will encourage the people to just move with the current price and to provide your liquidity just around the current price now and then. So it will be very beneficial for the professional market makers, but it may be not quite attractive for normal liquidity providers because we all know that Uniswap is way. If you need to withdraw your NFT, withdraw your liquidity and add the liquidity again into a different price range, it will cost a lot of the gas, right? It will be very expensive for small ticket users and for normal liquidity providers. So, but it is very useful for and very attractive for professional liquidity market makers. And in Izumi Finance, we want to help normal liquidity providers to be easy and to be very cheap to get access to the liquidity mining rewards. So for option one, you just put your liquidity into a fixed price range and you could earn the reward. So it will be as easy as you stake your liquidity on other platforms like Curve, Sushi, and Pancake. You don't need to move your liquidity with the current price. And also in another case, in the option that's one-sided non-impermanent loss liquidity mining, you just put your liquidity in one time and to add it just below the current price, and then you could earn the rewards in the long future until the liquidity money incentives ends, and you don't need to withdraw it and add again. So it will be very easy for normal users to use. And also we will aggregate the official type onto our platform to provide different solutions for protocols to choose. I hope I make it clear to compare the official type and also the innovative liquidity mining strategies invented by Izumi Finance. I think the protocols and all they have different targets, they have different goals, and on Izumi Finance, we could make a one-stop solution for them to help them. Maybe they could make two incentive campaigns at the same time. It will be fun. And so if you are liquidity providers, you just log on Izumi Finance and you could see whether you could get incentived. So it will be easy for them to understand and to use. Yeah,
okay,
that's it.
yeah, that's and the last question we always ask when we have a guest project on our community call is how can somebody get involved with Izumi? So do you have like a Telegram or Discord where people can, learn more about Izumi? And yeah, that's it. And how can they help, make Izumi better? So do you need people testing or using or providing feedback about the UX? So just, how can an individual get involved with Izumi?
Okay, well, very welcome to all of the users and protocols to come to Izumi. If you are maybe you are token issuers or you are protocol managers, you just feel free to contact me, and also you could join our Izumi Finance Discord and to contact the manager, the community manager, and we will help to solve all of your solutions and to satisfy your need. So that is for the protocols. And if you are liquidity providers, it will be very easy. When we officially launch our products in December, you could just come. First, you could join Izumi Finance Discord to see the news and to see the reward pools. And also, you could log on our website to see whether you could stake your NFT tokens to earn the reward. We will support the mainstream trading pairs like ETH to USDC and USDC to maybe to DAI or to USDT. So if you have this kind of the NFT tokens, you could just come and there will be free rewards for you. And so just join our Discord, and we will also to help very willing to answer all your questions in our Discord community. And also, if you have your questions and wants to discuss about the liquidity mining strategies on Uniswap this way, it will be very interesting, and for us, and we will also be very willing to discuss it with you in the Uniswap Discord. So just feel free to contact us, and we are also very happy to share our thoughts about our UI UX and also the product designs. And there will be bounties for people who contribute to the Izumi Finance, also to the Uniswap V3 liquidity money.
Okay, that's great. Yeah, like our website looks really clean, I'd say. A lot of things going on, but you can, navigate yourself and understand what is going on. So I like the UI UX part really a lot. So yeah, thank you, Jimmy Yin, for joining our community call, presenting Izumi. I wish you all the success, and we'll probably talk again real soon. So me and you for the Uniswap grant program, because we saw your application. And as for all the other community members, check out Izumi if you're interested. Join their community. They look like a bunch of friendly guys.
Yeah, thanks for all of you. And if you are interested in Izumi and wants to be our ambassador, you could just join our Discord, and we are very happy to have all of you together so we could contribute to build on Uniswap V3 and to make Uniswap V3 better together. Thanks.
Thank you. We have Zosting on stage. If we didn't lose Jimmy yet and you have a question for him, feel free to ask.
Hi, Zosting. I'm not sure I couldn't hear you for now.
Yeah, I can't hear you either. It says that you're talking, but we can't hear anything. Oh, he'll probably try to rejoin. But I'll just forward him to your Discord, and he can ask all the questions there, I feel.
Okay, for sure. Any questions is welcome.
Okay, thank you. And we'll move to our second topic on the agenda for our community call. And that is the liquidity mining on the layer 2 for Uniswap. So we had Jimmy presenting all kind of different strategies about liquidity mining. And Uniswap community was talking a lot about it over the past 2 weeks. So I thought it'd be nice to discuss it a little bit on our community call. If anybody wants to come on stage for this topic, just raise your hand and we'll jump into it in 2-3 minutes. So if you don't have anything to drink, want to use the lavatory, 3-minute break, and then we'll jump into our second topic.